Atyrau is a city of dreams. The city of Atyrau is one of the ancient settlements on the map of independent Kazakhstan, which is located on the northeastern coast of the Caspian Sea. Despite harsh climatic conditions, salty soil, hot summers and cold winters, the land is very rich and generous. The herds are heavily fleshed and the waters of Atyrau are fishy. Moreover, immeasurable oil and gas reserves are stored underground. For this reason, Atyrau is deemed the capital of Kazakhstan's black gold. Initially, the fishing village located below the ancient settlement Sarachik has been called by ancestors as Uyshik. Then, for 350 years, the city was known as Guriev. There was a time when 97% of the species of red fish, salmon fish, existing in the world lived in the Zhaik River. From early spring until late autumn, fishing was the basic occupation of local residents. Prior to the coup in 1917, Guriev was a center of fishing and trade industry, was a minor military fortification, and performed political and administrative roles. In the Soviet period, slowly but surely the city became a production, scientific, and cultural center. Socially significant facilities were opened initially. Secondary schools, Feldsher's stations, hospitals, clubs, and cultural centers were constructed and put into operation. In the 1930s, a pedagogical school and oil technical school were opened, in which the students were taught by highly educated Kazakh youth. During the Great Patriotic War, a lot of effort was made to develop the oil industry. Fishery was also developed. The contribution was made by the machine building plant named after Petrovsky, transferred from Ukraine, the fish canning plant in Balakshi village, and the oil refinery. Sturgeon delicacies and caviar were a special pride of the region. Later, a chemical plant started its operation. 27 enterprises were opened in Guriev. It was enabled to develop fishery and production of multi-million products. In a length of time, the city has been developed more dynamically. Over a period of independence, it has become a link between Central Asia and Siberia, as well as European countries. In 1992, Guriev was renamed as Atyrau, opening a new page in its history. Since that time, the city has changed enormously. Today, a small city with non-drying mud and a population of no more than 8,000 people living on both banks of the Zhaik River has become an oil capital worthy of its name. The territory has doubled. The population has increased to 320,000. At this present time, it is a city of dreams. Representatives of major foreign oil and gas companies are contributing to the development of the service. New hotels, restaurant, and shopping centers have opened. Micro-districts like Nursaya, Bolosa, Samal, Sarikhamis, Atyrau, Almagul have been constructed. Over recent years, many different architectural facilities have been constructed in the city. The Ice Palace, the library named after G. Slonov, the Wedding Palace, the Nazarbayev Intellectual School, the Tennis Center, production centers, construction companies, TCO and NCOC offices. Monuments have been created in the streets of the city in honor of the glorious sons and daughters of the fatherland. Sultan Bibaris, Batirs Isate and Makhambet, Kurmangazi, Dina, Jumaken and Fariza, Hiwaz and Kanish. There is a house of friendship in Atyrau. People of more than 80 nationalities live in peace and quiet for the common good and common goal, i.e., integration into the 30 most developed countries of the world. This spring, the President Nursultan Nazarbayev has especially noted the importance of spiritual modernization on the way to the future. Certainly, only a spiritually wealthy country believes in its future. There are 2 universities in the regional center which train specialists in 30 different areas, 1 institute, more than 10 colleges, lyceums, about 60 secondary schools. There are 7 highway bridges connecting Europe and Asia in the city. 1 railway bridge and 1 pedestrian bridge entered into the Guinness Book of Records as the longest bridge. The streets are straight as an arrow and connect not only the central part of the city, but also all the districts and remote settlements. Let's move from the daytime scenery to the night scenery. The central square Isatay Makambet, the square Kermangazi, and the Jaik River embankment, illuminated by colorful lanterns, have become a favorite resting place, not only for youth, but also for residents and visitors of the city. The pearl of the city is the river Jaik. Residents softly call it Ak Jaik. Many songs and poems have been written in her honor. The river is a favorite resting place for the city people. Some people spend leisure time fishing for pike, perch, or carp, and others cross waves on pleasure boats. Another amazing place of the river is its lower reaches, where it flows into the Caspian Sea. Spring-autumn bird migration takes place along this route. The Ak Jaik Reserve attracts a lot of foreign tourists. The city is developing both culture and sport. The contribution to the spiritual upbringing of residents is made by the Academic Orchestra, named after Dina Nurpeisova, Makambet Regional Drama Theater with an 80-year history, museums of arts and local history, and many cultural centers. A number of modern sports facilities are being built before our very eyes. The greater part of the townspeople supports the football team Atyrau, which is a multiple winner of the national championships and cup winner. In the collection of the hockey team Bibaris, basketball club Barsu Atyrau, and volleyball team Atyrau are a lot of gold and silver medals. It has become a tradition to hold major Republican and international tournaments in boxing and judo, wrestling and taekwondo in the oil capital. Water sport develops not only in the surface water, but in the indoor swimming pool. Today, Atyrau is considered the center of national sports. It is heartening to see that young people lead an active, healthy lifestyle. Atyrau, with its centuries-old history, has become the center of business, economy, investment, and innovative technologies. The oil capital is one of the most comfortable and best cities for living in the Republic. Atyrau is a city that grows and develops with every passing day. Perspective, youth, a beautiful city. Therefore, its prosperity is the duty of every resident. Atyrau is a city of dreams and our pride.
Shine.